Your fight or flight response is screaming. But at what? There is no monster in the dark. No obvious threat. The danger is wearing a smile. It's the person who remembers your coffee order. The partner who champions your dreams. The colleague who effortlessly voices your own unspoken ideas. This is not a lapse in judgment. This is identity theft in real time. You are not dealing with a person. You are dealing with a predator wearing a perfect mirror. Welcome to Mind Maze. Today, we dismantle the hidden arsenal of the most dangerous predator of all, the one you trust. To understand the high-functioning predator, you must first understand their core weapon, a perfect imitation of humanity. They possess cognitive empathy. This is the intellectual understanding of emotions, a user manual. They know what to say when you're sad. They know the correct reaction to joy. It is a tool for mapping your interior world. What they lack is effective empathy, the capacity to actually feel what you feel, to experience compassion, guilt, or remorse. For them, your joy is data. Your pain is a lever. Your trust is a vulnerability to be logged and exploited. This investigation will follow their process. We will expose the mechanics of the mirror mask. We will reveal how they use your own virtues as weapons. We will show you the isolation phase, where they hack your very reality. And finally, we will provide the protocol to test for this predator and the method to make yourself invisible to them. The mask is not static. It is a dynamic, responsive algorithm. Their primary data source is you. They listen, not to connect, but to download. Your passions become their passions. Your values become their stated values. They become the perfect reflection, creating an accelerated, artificial intimacy. But the mask has scenes. Watch for the empathy gap. It appears in micro-expressions. That fleeting look of contempt when you share a victory. That nanosecond smirk when you reveal a vulnerability. The words are perfect. I'm so happy for you. But the eyes are cold, analytical. The smile is a muscular configuration, not an emotional state. This is where they weaponize your virtues. Your loyalty becomes a chain they use to bind you. Your kindness is recast as naivete, making you doubt your own judgment. Your desire to see the good in people becomes the reason you ignore the mounting evidence. They do not attack you with cruelty. They suffocate you with a twisted version of your own goodness. Here is your pattern recognition key. If you see X, they are doing Y. If they say, "You're the only one who gets me," or "No one has ever understood me like you," they are doing love mapping. They are not bonding. They are data mining for your core emotional needs to replicate the perfect stimulus. If they display uncanny timing with gifts, support, or affection right after a moment of tension or doubt, they are doing behavioral conditioning. They are training you, like a lab animal, to associate doubt or distance with emotional reward. If they claim, "I only said that because I care so much," after a brutal criticism, they are doing moral reframing. They are taking a hostile act and rebranding it as a virtue, corrupting your sense of healthy interaction. Let's go deeper. There is a signature move, a psychological judo throw, that is their masterstroke. It's called co-opted narrative. They don't just steal your ideas or your time. They steal your story. Your past struggles become anecdotes they tell to gain sympathy from others. Your future goals become our plans, which they will later alter to solely benefit themselves. They insert themselves into the pivotal chapters of your life's book, not as a supporting character, but as a ghostwriter, slowly changing the tone, the themes, until the story is no longer recognizably yours. This is why you feel so deeply confused. You are witnessing a heist of your own identity, performed in broad daylight with a smile. Once the mirror has secured your trust, phase 2 begins, systemic isolation. This is not a dramatic banishment. It is a silent, strategic hack of your support network. They will begin with subtle, plausible devaluation. Your friend Mark? He seems jealous of your success. Your mother is so controlling, don't you think? They reframe the concern of others as aggression or pathology. They position themselves as your sole defender in a world that doesn't understand you. Then, they move on to your financial and practical autonomy. Let me handle the bills. You have enough on your plate. I know a guy who can give you a job at my company. It'll be easier. These are not offers of help. These are maneuvers to control the infrastructure of your life, to make you dependent, to become the sole gateway to your own existence. But the most devastating hack is the cognitive one, reality anchoring. They begin to subtly challenge your memory of events. That's not how it happened. You were really upset that day. I think you're mixing things up. They offer an alternative, slightly skewed version of a shared experience, one where they are more reasonable, and you are more emotional or unreliable. Over time, you start to double-check your own memories against theirs. You begin to anchor your sense of what's real, not in your own perception, but in theirs. This is the precursor to full gaslighting. You are not just being contained, you are being reprogrammed. You cannot out-manipulate a master, but you can refuse to play. The first step is the stress test. Apply this to new, intense connections. Test 1. The no. Politely decline a small request or suggestion. Do not apologize profusely. Observe. Does their warmth dim? Does a passive-aggressive comment appear? A healthy person respects a boundary. A predator sees a malfunction in their control panel. Test 2. The inconvenient truth. Share a minor, unflattering opinion that differs from theirs. Do they engage with curiosity, or do they subtly dismiss, correct, or mock it? The mask struggles with contradiction that offers no value. Test 3. The delay. When they share a deep vulnerability early on, do not reciprocate immediately with your own. Simply acknowledge it neutrally. Thank you for sharing that. A genuine person seeks connection. A predator seeks leverage. If you do not hand them a vulnerability in return, they will often lose interest or double down with an even more dramatic story to force the reciprocal share. If a predator is identified, you deploy the reverse manipulation. Become a gray mirror. You must become boring, unpredictable, and devoid of supply. Bore them. Offer no emotional reactions. Neutral tone. Minimal information. Your drama, your pain, your joy is their fuel. Stop the supply. Become unpredictable. Break your own patterns. Be inconsistently available. Predators rely on predictable prey. Become an equation they cannot solve. Withhold validation. Stop praising them. Stop reassuring them. Their ego requires constant external validation. Starve it. There is a final advanced tactic for when you cannot physically leave immediately. It's called strategic incompetence. In areas they seek to control, become gracefully incapable. If they wanted your finances, make mistakes with simple tasks that force them to step in, but make the process so tedious and fruitless for them that they decide you're not worth the effort of controlling. You are not fighting them. You are becoming a formless, ungrippable surface, a mirror that shows them nothing but their own reflection. They will lose interest. They will devalue you as broken or dull, and they will leave to find a more stimulating source of supply. Let them. The high-functioning predator does not want to destroy you in a blast. They want to disassemble you quietly and use your parts to build a monument to themselves. They are the ultimate con artist, and the con is a shared reality. Your mind is not a maze to them. It is a blueprint. Do not let them have the final draft. Your greatest shield is your own perception, validated by facts and the people who knew you before the mirror. Trust the disconnect you feel. It is not your failure to connect. It is your ancient brain recognizing a parasite. Do you know anyone like this? Do you feel safe around them? Could this person be you? Tell us in the comments. We would love to hear from you. Subscribe to Mind Maze. Hit the notification bell. We do not just analyze the game. We teach you how to leave the board.